Today we're going to take a look at, in this video, how to transcribe. But before we do, let's take a look at what it looks like to have transcripts in the program or to import them. So these transcripts were already done. And if you open up the CSV, which just has to have a column for start time and utterance, if it has a speaker or an end time, that's fine too. If it has additional columns, you have additional data, that's also fine. This is automatically parsed and put into what vNode automatically believes to be the correct column. If, however, you find that your speaker and your utterance are incorrectly recognized, then you can change and assign a different column. So let's say that we thought that column 2 in the comma separated variable file, which you can also open in Excel, for example, would be a different column. You can select a different column and refresh the preview. And in this case, it doesn't make sense. So we'll put it back the way it was. And let's just click OK, and we can see that it pops up here. If we hit play.
Are you late? Because I have to come and okay. All right. Go ahead and just go on by. It's all good.
And you can actually
all right, I'm going to come around to check your
see what's going on here. And they automatically are put up as subtitles. If you wanted to scroll with the playback, you can just click that, and it'll have this red marker on it, and it'll scroll as you go through it, as well as show subtitles if you select that. And the subtitles can be controlled up here. View, what is that? Timeline, transcript. Shows transcripts on video as subtitles. So we turn that off, it won't appear.
But I like that. That's cool. Good, thanks,
put it back on. Let's say I have a fresh video. It's not been transcribed. I want to transcribe it. I'm just going to go transcribe. And odds are you're going to want to have looping enabled. No, looping is this section of 5 seconds or 6 seconds. It's actually set by 6 by default. It just plays over and over and over again. So if you watch, and I'll turn it down a little bit so that I can hear it to transcribe it so that it's not disturbing you, the listener. So,
Sonia, what's up?
so it'll just play again and again. I like to have mine at 5 seconds. I don't know why. That's what fits for me. With a 2-second advance. Now, advance, what that means is if you hit the keys that are recommended or that you set, Control Shift, and in a US keyboard, you can use the period and the comma, which also have greater than and less than, which kind of make improvised arrows. So if I hit the Control and Shift on a Mac, it's Command Shift, period, which is again the greater than arrow. That will advance it 2 seconds at a time. So you can kind of always hear what was just said in the past, what was said in the future, so you can always maintain your context flow. I'm going to go back. I'm going to hit comma or less than, the left arrow, Control Shift comma a couple times to get it back to the beginning, and I'll start to transcribe. How do you do that? You hit when the playhead, this little line, let me zoom in a little bit to make it clearer to you guys. When that gets to where you want to start your utterance, then you can either click start, or as it says, Control Shift Return. On a Mac, again, that's Command Shift Return. So I'm going to hit at the very beginning, when the playhead gets there, I'm going to hit Command Shift Return. And that will start my utterance at exactly the time the playhead is, not the looping. So right there, it's about 0.3 seconds from the beginning of the video. I'm going to just call this teacher, and we will start.
Please run the board. Please, Sonia, what's up? Please run the board. Please, Sonia, what's up? Please run the board. Please, Sonia, what's up? Please run the board.
Shouldn't be capitalized, but okay.
Sonia, what's up? Please,
and now I don't know what happens after that, so I'm going to hit Command Shift or Control Shift, arrow to the right.
Please, Sonia, what's up? Did you late? The board. Please, Sonia, what's up? Did you late? The board. Please, Sonia,
And
what's
I
up?
can break utterances. Obviously, there's a lot of judgment calls, and you can also, if you check our manual on how to use
Are you late?
conversation analysis features, it changes things a little bit to
What's up?
support those standards, and you can see how to use that. I think it's on page, chapter 10.
Are you late? What's up?
So I'm going to break the utterance there, and I'm just so you can see, I'll arbitrarily break this utterance.
You late?
And after you're late, I hit Command Shift Enter, and ended the utterance. Now I still haven't begun another one because I might want to shift ahead a few seconds. If I do, Command Shift arrow arrow, move it around, whatever. Find where your utterance begins. Wait for the playhead to hit that spot. Command Shift Enter will start your new utterance.
You late? Are you late?
It automatically fills in the rest of it, so I only have to hit the first letter, and then just hit Tab, so we minimize the keystrokes you have to do. And
are you late? What's up?
now the looping didn't advance, mind you, but this actually did start at the correct time, so I'm going to advance a little bit.
Are you late? Okay.
Why are you late?
Are you late?
End the utterance. It's only a 2-second utterance. And I'm going to start another one when it gets to the proper place. I'm going to have to move my loop around. And I'm going to start an utterance for the student.
Okay. All right.
Let me go back a little bit so I can better capture that. It starts around here.
Okay. Are you late?
I can't really hear what she's saying, but it's something like, cause I had to.
Okay. Are you late? Okay. Okay.
Wait till it gets to the end of the utterance. It ends.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to. Okay, she says. If I didn't get the timing quite right, you can actually go here and click up. You're not actually able to drag the utterance because otherwise there'd be a lot of marks on there. If you made a mistake in the order and one utterance is actually before another or they overlap, you can handle that with the symbolism of your choice, the symbology of your choice. But you'll want to manage your timing like this, and you can if you shift it enough, it'll cause it to go up or down a place depending on where it should be. But that's basically it. You can see right away it's appearing as subtitles, and that's how you transcribe in VNote. So now to export transcriptions, all you have to do is hit the export, and you can export them to Excel, comma separated variable, or a subtitle file if you want to play it again in like something like a VLC player. You can use a regular subtitle file. And let's export it to Excel just to have a look. This is a free feature. You can transcribe videos of any length. The formats that we support are most typical formats, and you can find that on our website. But this is a free feature. You can transcribe completely free and use the program forever and export your transcripts. So let's take a look. I'm just going to put this as a transcript test, and you can see what it looks like. And if we go, let's see here, I'll pull it up on my desktop. It should be the most recent, what was it? Transcription test. Here it is right now. And that's kind of what it looks like. Line 1, teacher, start time, end time. If you have our full version, you can actually export the raw data. If you export the raw data, it looks a little bit different. I can show you what that looks like. Here is a sample of that. You actually get the labeled instances that you have, the percent of time of a given code, how many times a given instance occurred, so how many questions this person asked. For example, this was 44 questions 35 student responses, and you can scroll down and you can see what's coded where, as well as the notes on a given code or label, and how that jives with the utterances as well. And the utterances in this case weren't labeled the teacher, the speaker, but if they were, it would appear here as well. The speaker would appear here. And the resolution you can control, this is by 1 second. You can go by 5, 10, 20, or 60 seconds, possibly 30, I'm not sure. But so that's kind of what that looks like. And again, transcripts and exporting that is completely free, so you don't have to pay us a dime for that, and you can use it forever.